Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Mutiara Kartika Octaviani and my student ID number is 211-011-822-0030. I'm from group 10. Here I will present the material for the 9 meetings in the English Mathematics course through PowerPoint. Okay, the first material is vocabulary. Number 1, trapezoid, meaning in Indonesian language is trapezium. English definition, a flat shape with 4 sides, none of which are parallel or 2 of the sides are parallel. And the example is the picture. And number 2, parallelogram, meaning in Indonesian language is jejar genjang. English definition, a flat shape that has 4 sides. The 2 sets of opposite sides are parallel and of equal length to each other. Number 3, rectangle, meaning in Indonesian language is persegi panjang. English definition, a flat shape with 4 sides and 490-degree angles with opposite sides of equal length and 2 sides longer than the other 2. Example. Number 4, square, meaning is persegi. English definition, a flat shape with 4 sides of equal length and 4 angles of 90 degree. Number 5, rhombus, meaning is belah ketupat. English definition, a flat shape with 4 sides of equal length and 4 angles that usually are not 90 degree. Number 6, kite, meaning is layang-layang. English definition, a quadrilateral that has 2 points of equal length sides and this sides are adjacent to each other. Number 7, circle, meaning in Indonesian language is lingkaran. English definition, a continuous curved line, the points of which are always the same distance away from a fixed central point. Number 8, area, meaning is luas. English definition, the measures of a flat space or surface. Example, if the dimensions of a rectangle are 4 inch multiply 3 inch, the area of the rectangle is 12 square inches. Number 9, perimeter, meaning is keliling. English definition, the length of the outer edge of a shape. Example, your house has a fence yard. The perimeter is the length of the fence if the yard is 50 feet multiplies 50 feet, your fence is 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 equals 200 feet long. Number 10, circumference, meaning is lingkar or keliling lingkaran. English definition, the length of a straight side shape's outline is called its perimeter, and the length of a circle's outline is called its circumference. Example, if the radius of the circle is 28 centimeters, to find the circumference of the circle, we will use the circumference formula 2πr equals 2 times 22 per 7 times 28 equals 176 centimeters. Second material is video word problem. Circle. A circle is all of the points that are equal distance from the center of the circles. We can easily find circle by looking at the shape of wheels, orbits of planets, or at things on kind of a molecular level. We're gonna focus to understand some of the properties of the circles. Radius. Number 1, radius. The distance from the center out to the edge. Number 2, diameter. The distance along with this point of the circle. It has a very easy relationship with the radius. The diameter is equal to 2 times the radius. Number 3, circumference. The perimeter of a circle or measure around the circle. How does circumference relate to the diameter? The ratio of the circumference to the diameter equals circumference per diameter. Many thousands of years ago, people took their tape measure out and they keep measuring circumference and radius. They keep measuring until they got better tape measures, and they got circumference per diameter equals 3.14159 AH per 1 equals 3.14. They name it P or P. Circumference per diameter equals P. Circumference equals P times diameter. So circumference equals P times 2 times radius. So the formula of circumference equals P times diameters, or 2 times P times radius. Example question number 1. What is the circumference and diameter of circles if radius equals 3 meters? Answer. Circumference equals 2 times P times radius equals 2 times 3 times P equals 6P, and the diameter equals 2 times radius equals 2 times 3, so equals 6 meters. And number 2, what is the diameters and radius of the circle if circumference equals 10 meters? And the answer, diameters times P equals circumference. So diameter equals circumference per P. Diameters equals 10 per P meters. So the radius equals a half diameters equals a half times 10 per P. So the radius equals 5 per P meters. And material third, chapter 4, example 1, 2, 4, and 5. Example 1. The ratios of the measures of the angles of a triangle are 2, ratio 7, ratio 9. Find the measures of the largest angles. And the solution, the model for the problem comes from the fact that the sum of the measures of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Let x be the multiple. The angles are therefore 2x, 7x, and 9x. The model gives us the equation 2x plus 7x plus 9x equals 180. 18x equals 180. So the x equals 10. The angles are indeed 2 times 10 equals 20 degrees, and 7 times 10 equals 70 degrees, and 9 times 10 equals 90 degrees. So the largest angles is 90 degrees. Example 2. Two cables of equal length are supporting a vertical antenna on a roof. Each is attached to the top of the antenna and to a spot on the rooftop. If the cables form a 40-degree angles with each other, what are the measures of the angle formed by the cable and the rooftop? And the solution, a diagram is necessary to visualize the situation and identify the steps involved. Since the cables are of equal length, the triangle has equal sides and is therefore isosceles. In an isosceles triangle, the angles opposite the congruent sides are congruent. Using this along with the fact that the sum of the measures of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees, we can derive an equation to solve. Let x be the measures of each of these congruent angles. X plus 40 equals 180. So 2x plus 40 equals 180. 2x equals 140. X equals 70. So the measures of the angles formed by the cable and the rooftop is 70 degrees. Example 4. At the same time in the afternoon, a 6-foot person casts a shadow that is 10 feet long, while a nearby flagpole casts a shadow that is 22 feet long. To the nearest foot, how tall is the flagpole? And the solution, In order to identify the shape we are working with, we need to draw a diagram. Some basic assumptions must be made. Number 1, the person and the flagpole are standing perpendicular to level ground. Number 2, the stones rise from the same angles with the head of the person and the top of the flagpole. Then from the problem we get the following diagram. Since corresponding sides of similar triangles are in proportion, we have height of person per length of person's shadow equals height of flagpole per length of flagpole shadow. Let each be the height of the flagpole. We have 6 per 10 equals 8 per 22. Cross multiplying gives us 10 h equals 132 and h equals 13.2. The height of the flagpole to the nearest foot is 13 feet. And the last example 5. When the shorter sides of rectangle is extended 10 units beyond a vertex and a line segment is drawn from its new endpoint, drag the rectangle to the vertex opposite the vertex, extend through. The segment cuts the sides it is drawn into two segments of 15 and 24 units. What is the area of the rectangle? And the solution finding the area of the rectangle requires finding the length and width. The problem tells us that one side is 24 plus 15 equals 39 units. And the solution: suppose that we extend side BC through C to a new endpoint E. The problem tells us that CE equals 10 units. The vertex opposite C is A, and we draw segment A, which cuts sides D, C, at F. The problem tells us that DVF is 24 and FC is 15. The diagram makes it clear that there are two similar triangles ADF and triangles ACF. Since corresponding sides of similar triangles are in a proportion, we have ED per EC equals DF per CF, or ED per 10 equals 24 per 15. Thus, AD equals 240 per 15 equals 16 units. The area of the rectangle is 39 times 16 equals 624 square units. And thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.